Miss Smith in the building showing support to the show. I appreciate the love. We might as well get to it. We might as well get to it. We might as well get to it. Get to it. My peoples. You guys see we got a little rough thing going on tonight. Like today has been somewhat productive, somewhat topsy-turvy, somewhat up and down. Right. We accidentally did a 7-hour show yesterday. So I gather that you guys can see that, right? I think we got severe lag going on too, but I have some really important things that are up that I can't take down. Rita, Brandon, definitely in the building, rocking with us. Listen, I want to talk to you guys about something today. A lot of people are slacking in certain areas because we think we're comfortable. This is definitely going to trickle down into our romantic lives. I don't think that people really truly know how important our romantic lives are. We're talking about the level up today. You can force a level up. You can force one. Those of you who are serious about experiencing different levels of life in your lifetime, you don't have to wait. You can force a level up, or a bare minimum, you can push yourself to the point of getting a glimpse of what the beginning stages of your life will look like. You can push yourself to the point where you can get a glimpse of the beginning stages of what your life could look like. This is a time where you have to pull back from everything and everyone, right? The overwhelming majority of you aren't going to have that discipline. You're not going to have the ambition. You're not going to have the thirst and the starvation to experience higher levels and qualities of life. You can probably hold an intellectual conversation, but how far are you willing to go? How much are you willing to deprive yourself of? We're talking about even in relationships. Everything that we're talking about right now, everything that we're talking about trickles down into relationships as just as well as finances and success. A lot of things are going to happen. A lot of things are going to happen in America. We're so spoiled. We're used to almost everything going our way, right? No high level topsy-turvy in incidences and things of that nature. You're going to have to prepare yourself so that you can have at least some type of life with a companion as well, some type of life that allows you to flow through this lifetime that we have pretty smoothly, right? But how much are you willing to deprive yourself of the pleasures? How many of you are willing to starve yourself of the things that you usually have fun doing, but they don't really matter significantly in life in order to increase the areas of life that do matter? You're doing some things. You're going to bars regularly. You're playing your game regularly. Whatever you're doing. How serious have you gotten about bringing your life together? Have you put any pieces together? A lot of you are whimming it. No, what do they call it? Winging it. A lot of you are winging it. And it's going to create for a bad life outcome. How we've been telling the women up here, like, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Women have a very, very, very bad life outcome coming. We know it. Men know it. Men are like that. We can see, we can in our heads, we can create a movie of pretty much an accurate rendition of what's going to happen if I do this. We can kind of see the whole thing, just like this. What if I have two children by two different men as a woman? I'm overweight and I'm average looking, but I'm trying to get the caliber of men that women who are very, very beautiful, fit, and feminine and don't have any kids can get. In a man's mind, we're going to say, okay, that person will probably be on a hamster wheel for some years. And throughout the course of time, she's still trying to get that thing that she wants but doesn't qualify for. She's going to continue to rack up bodies, which will continue to bring her dating value down. Now, every time she throws herself back out there onto the dating highway, she's going to only qualify for lesser and lesser and lesser quality of men. We see this very clearly in our head, which are what's going to happen to you. Then when things turn loose in America, when things get really bad, you will have to deal with all of life's roughest and toughest moments by yourself. We see it clear as day. We see it clear as day. Those of you who don't prepare yourselves adequately, you won't experience something as significant as what the women are going to experience, but things can get really tough for you. Listen, I've done this before. I've put my own back up against the wall before, right? And I know what happens from it. This thing has a baby. It has a baby at the end, I promise you. I've done it before. If you remove yourself from the distractions of the world, your focus will get sharper. I'm telling you. You'll be able to see more clearly the things that have been holding you back from pulling off certain things. Some of you have some ideas. Some of you literally got some stuff wrote down on paper. You've been playing with it for about a year, but the distractions, you guys don't even know. You're almost under a spell. You're almost under a spell. Listen, I guarantee you this. If we took 10 women, check this out. If we took 20 women, the most feminist, the most hard-headed, and we took them to an island where we could just talk to them. I'm talking about women who have been bucking against this content. We're talking about the women who most vehemently buck against everything that we say. If we took 20 of them and put them on an island with us and we just talked to them like this. So listen, Salita, I know you don't like the show, but, I just want you to think about something. Imagine this. Imagine going into Gucci, but you work at McDonald's and you just, they don't ever sell you anything and they kind of let you know that things are out of your budget. You've been doing this for 3 years. Every paycheck, you continue to go back with like your $180, right? Salith, what if they kept telling you for 5 years that they're not going to sell you anything, right? That's what you're doing right now. You guys are continuing to attempt to force yourselves to qualify for men that you don't qualify for. That has to be an ego from hell to where you're willing to keep yourself single. Listen, we know some of you would love to have a man sitting right next to you right now because it'd be so dope. You guys just sitting over there chilling. You got your foot on the couch, your head laying on his shoulder, popcorn, watching, right, Beverly Hills Cop or something. Only thing is, he's a man who doesn't have the job that you wished he had. He's a man who isn't as handsome. You would rather not have that than not get the guy you think you qualify for. If we told these women that on a deserted island, they'd understand it because the noise wouldn't be in their face. The influences. What's keeping them from adhering to what we're saying right now, it's the influences. It's the other single women. Girl, you ain't got to settle. And this woman has been single for like 10, 15 years. This is what I'm telling you guys. You have to remove yourself from all of the distractions, the white noise behind you, so that you can hear the things that really do matter. You will be able to see, you will be able to see things more clearly. You'll be able to visibly see the things that have been holding you back. You'll be able to identify the distractions that are unnecessary and non-beneficial to what you have going on in your life. You got to pull back. I've done this like 5 times. My people know it. My people know it. And once you see these things that have been holding you back and you can identify them, you should have what is required inside of you to remove those distractions out of your life with extreme prejudice, right? So that you can fill that slot up with something else that can be helping you inch closer and closer to that next level. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't build things. I'd lose my mind. If I couldn't just build things, I'd lose my mind. We had a pretty cool conversation yesterday. What was that yesterday? I think that was yesterday. We had a 7-hour show yesterday. I'm going to say this. A lot of these women are in magnitudes of trouble that they can't even comprehend right now. I think people often get caught up thinking, oh, America's a beautiful place that we just live. We got our own 2-car garage. I got 3 cars and da-da-da. We get caught focusing on that. And it's like we really believe that nothing terrible is going to happen here. Something terrible is going to happen in every other country but America, right? It's not going to affect us. When it's going to affect you the most harsh is when you were nowhere near prepared for it. It's just so amazing that these women are running around talking about, I don't need a man. We tend to think that until we find out we need one. We tend to think that until we find out that we need one. You guys are badly behaving. Let's don't talk about what comes into, let's don't talk about the finances. You need a man in your life to help you moderate and regulate your behavior. Look, I think the craziest part is this. A lot of you don't know that you're demonstrating bad behavior. And I got to ask myself, I want somebody to tell me, I want anybody to tell me, why are men talking the way that they're talking about women on all of these platforms? I'd like to see what people think. Do you think women really are a lot of women are demonstrating bad behavior? Listen, even a lot of you women know that they're demonstrating a lot of bad behavior. You know it. You speak out against it. Some of you ladies almost live in the gym. Some of you ladies watch what you eat, even though you love to gorge out on food. Some of you ladies do what is necessary to keep yourselves looking appropriate. And yet, women who live their lives exactly the opposite of you say that they are entitled to the same caliber of men that you're entitled to. Women who lay on the couch all day long sipping out of a big gulp cup that has chitlins and chitlin juice in it and cornbread, and they're just basically eating it, feeding themselves through a straw, chitlins and chitlin juice and hot water cornbread, right? They're doing all of this, indulging on all of this foolery. The mouth is nasty, whereas you try to keep yourself feminine. She's significantly overweight, whereas you try to watch your weight. And she thinks she's on social media saying that she's entitled to the same caliber of men that you're entitled to. She's saying that she's entitled to the same life perks that you're entitled to. Does that really seem logical? Does that really seem logical? So it's not that men are crazy. We're hearing some crazy-ish. That's what's going on. And you guys try to make sense out of it. You try to make sense out of it. It's why we can't get along with you, because men are very logical creatures. We are very, very logical creatures. And what you say to us, we do take it in like that. There is where is it at? There's a clip. I'm not going to go get it. Excuse me. There's a clip where a woman said, they were talking to the women. They were interviewing the women, and they asked women why they think that the women are having such a hard time dating and things like that. And one woman said this. She said, you know what? This might sound crazy. Now, don't y'all judge me. This is going to sound crazy. But I think when us women be on the internet, you know how we just say shit sometimes. We just be talking. I think the men be taking what we be saying serious. Yeah. It's how we move. It's what we do. We listen to you, we properly assess your information, and we come to a conclusion. This is crazy. But the sad truth of the matter is 98% of what you guys are saying aren't jokes. You're serious. You're 250 pounds calling yourselves baddies. Listen, I want to ask the ladies. Ladies down in the chat, those of you who go to the gym twice a week, those of you who work out twice a week, you really do put some effort in, watching how big you get. And, you try to be a decent person, feminine like this. Do you think that a woman who lives her life the exact opposite of you deserves and is entitled to the same rewards that you're entitled to? Because, see, that's what we're having a problem with. You won't even level up, and you're still trying to purchase luxury items. You won't even do the work that is required to level up. And it's going to be a lonely journey for you. But if you focus and remove yourself from the distractions and zoom in on the things that you desire the most, you will be in a time zone where you can see things that other people can't really see. Once you can see these things and you start surgically removing them and you replace them, right? You replace them with a system or a piece that can assist you in getting to the next level, you'll start feeling yourself heading in the right direction. Some of you have never really even tried anything. You've never even really tried to stop drinking. You've never really even tried to stop smoking tree. You've never really tried to go 6 months without having sex. You haven't done anything. You never built anything. You've never really done anything of significance outside of making sure you get up and go to work every day. That's crazy. Because things need adjusted in our lives. Things need adjusted. You know what's really, really crazy? Men know that the secret, the cure to how society looks at black women is men. If those women had men in their lives, men would regulate their behavior. Men would keep them in check when that nature of theirs starts swirling up and about to turn into a hurricane. A man would suppress that thing as soon as he saw it, right? But here's the crazy part. That thing that is the cure that keeps them from experiencing a bad life outcome, they walk around saying I don't need a man. Think about it. The group of women with the highest singles rate is also the group of women with the worst behavior. You think those two might correlate somehow? And listen, you won't allow somebody decent to come into your life and help you be a better person, nor will you do the things that will take you to that next level of being a better person. Because if you did, you would start feeling yourself heading in the right direction. I don't know what would work for you. I can only tell you what I've done, similar to what I'm going to do this time. It hits me out of the blue. It's not something that I plan. I typically come to a point where I'm extremely disappointed in my performance, or bare minimum, when I come to a place where I know that I have it in me to be doing better than I'm doing right now. I get really, really convicted based on the things that I've always said I was going to achieve and the lifestyle that I always said that I was going to have. And then I start feeling like it's time to do whatever is necessary to get in that direction. I start feeling extreme level convicted. If I'm watching TV too much, if I've been messing with women too much, if I've been hanging out too much, I can't do it. There's an alarm that goes. If I attempt to sit up for one day, watching all of my favorite TV shows, I feel like a crackhead. I get really, really, really convicted because so much can be achieved. So much can be accomplished, right? You can pull off so many things. And I'm talking about even in your dating life. Listen, you know what? I'm going to play it like I have high level issues dating. And I'm going to tell you what I would do just based on who I am. I'm going to tell you what I would do if I was tired of playing and I am ready for a relationship. Listen to me. This is off the top of my head. I'm just thinking. When I've gotten in arguments with my mom, with my dad, with boyfriends, what are the things that they've said about me? What are the things that they've said about me? What have they said irritates them about me? See, because a lot of you are delusional. You can't just off the top of your head say, I'm a hoe. I lay down with just about anybody as long as they're cute. You can't just say, I have multiple children by multiple women, because it stings a little bit and women stay clear of the things that sting, right? So recall to yourself the things that people have said about you. And here's what Stacey Prince is doing tomorrow. Shout out to Miss Brenda in the building, rocking with us. Okay, if this many of my people who are closest to me have said these things about me several times over and over, then those are probably the things that I really have issues with that I can't see. So, I mean, I don't believe it, but a couple of my boyfriends said I could stand to lose some weight. Guess what Stacey Prince is doing? I'm going to do the research to see if I'm really overweight. And I'm talking about tomorrow. And then if I am, I'm going to ask Google or whatever to give me the best motivation and inspiration for a single person to get on their workout regimen and get serious about it. Give me the music that is best associated with motivation according to whatever color I am and things like that, and write me out a 3-day out of a week program that I will pretty much be able to stick with at a novice level. That's step number 1. Now, here's the cool part about that. Once I catch myself really doing something, it's going to make me confident in other areas. Because I'm not going to tell you to take on 5 tasks at once. First, let's get this weight thing going. Let's get this workout thing going so you can start feeling good about yourself. Once you start feeling good about yourself, then you can start understanding that how beneficial it is for you to have a man, and you can start feeling worthy of a man and things like that, right? But here's what I'm going to tell you, ladies. Those of you who go get those weight loss surgeries and things of that nature, and then when you come out from up under the table, you walking around like you God's gift to the world, you still don't qualify. Listen. Turbulence, people. Those of you who go get that weight loss surgery, once you get that weight loss surgery, you still don't qualify for any caliber of man higher than the caliber of man you qualified for before you got the surgery. You just look better than what you did, right? The reason that I'm telling you guys this is because, yeah, men will jump on you now, but you're still stuck in the reality that you're still the same age that you were. You still have the same attitude that you had. You still have the same amount of children that you had. You just look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing now, but you haven't done any of the work that is required for a man to see enough value in you to lock you down long term. It's like my brother said day before yesterday when he was talking about, you know, how black dudes will go get a old school Cadillac, right? Put rims on it, put a $2,000 paint job on it, $3,000 rims. And then we didn't even do any work to the engine of the car. Now the car is sitting on the side of the road somewhere because the interior, the mechanics of it wasn't up to par, but the exterior was looking good. That's the exact same thing. What it takes for men to be willing to lock you down is for the interior of you to have had work done on it, for you to be soft now, for you to be pleasant now, for you to know how to be feminine, for you to know how to get along with a man. That the fat surgery doesn't work, people. I'm telling you this. It will allow you to get bedded by men who you probably couldn't get in the bed previous, but that's it. It's not going to get you locked down. You guys have to start doing work on the inside. You're not doing work on the inside and you're not getting better. Most of you don't even know, but I'm glad I didn't forget about that. When you get the surgery, it doesn't take your dating value up. So when you get the surgery and you look a little bit better, I'm going to tell you what you should do. You won't like it. You won't like it. Turbulence, people. You date down soon as you get the weight loss surgery. Then you will be attaching yourself to the men that you legitimately qualify for. We just don't know. We don't know how you guys shoot so far past your real mark. You could all be in relationships inside of 45 days if you just acknowledge that. Listen, I'll go so far as to say a lot of you don't even deserve what it is you desire. You haven't done any of the work, but you think you deserve the caliber of man that the women who have done the work deserve. That doesn't sound crazy to you? How has it been working? Start asking yourself that. You haven't done any work. Me, myself, I can't move like that because I have grandiose visions for my life. When I am operating in a mediocre capacity for too long, I start feeling like it's time to do whatever is necessary to get myself back in the right direction. And I start removing all of the things that are taking place in my life that I know I shouldn't be doing, or the things that aren't essential to what I'm trying to do and where I'm trying to go, right? And all of the things that I've read successful people don't partake in. I get a lot more serious about my time management. There is no TV or any sorts of TV. There is no sex. There is no talking on the phone recreationally. Only business. Important matters. There is no social media at all other than business purpose, uploading and things like that. When I get focused, I get focused. Because people, listen, we've already played with a substantial amount of our lives, and we didn't manage our lives good. We did not manage our lives well. So those of you who weren't able to get married at the right age and things like that, you have to pay for it now, which means you're going to go through some topsy-turvy things. Shout out to Lulu in this situation. I think that we don't understand the concept of penalties. So I'm going to help you ladies. Did you know that there are penalties for playing around too long? For partying too long? Did you know that there's penalties for that? Did you know that in your prime, when you are your cutest, when your body is its bangingest, that is the time where you're supposed to be looking for the man who you want to solicit to marry you? Do you know that there's a penalty for putting that off for too long? The penalty is, yeah, you got to have fun. You got to hang out with the cool people and things like that. You got drunk. Listen, your 20s was a mother effer. Your 20s was a bad mother effer. But now you have to pay for it. Now you have to pay for it. Guess how a lot of women are paying for it right now? While you guys were playing around, my girl, I'm not surprised though. Not surprised at all. Congratulations to my girl. Yeah. See, never mind. I'm not even going to get into that, but there are penalties for not doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do them. You guys wait till your body looks like oatmeal in a hefty garbage bag to go looking for somebody to marry you. crazy? Are you crazy? Listen, we're going to refer to you as bait. We're going to refer to you as bait. If you go fishing, built like a hefty trash bag with a lot of oatmeal and chopped up potatoes in it, right? A 40-year-old bag of oatmeal and chopped up potatoes. And listen, 3 other smaller bags of oatmeal and chopped up potato attached to you. Who do you think is going to say, me? Right? You think anyone was, that looks like a mess is what it looks like. So basically, you guys wait till you're at your worst to go looking for someone to say yes to you. Who the hell is going to say yes to that? Who disagrees that that's what you guys are doing? It's what you're doing. It's why you can't score. It's why you can't score. And listen, you won't even listen. You won't even listen. We tell you this stuff regularly. But you're not about that life. You're not about that work. The work that we tell you needs to be done in order for. Here's what I say. Here's what I say. Do you want a good life partner for the rest of your life? Bad enough to stop eating sweets and to stop eating fried foods? Do you want a life partner that bad? Because if you don't, it'll definitely show. It'll show that you don't want one. It'll show. And guess what? You won't get one. You won't get one. You guys prefer to complain about not being able to get one, but don't want to acknowledge that you don't do the things that are deserving of one. I'm going to be debating 3 people this week. Listen, I am going to use my skill set to defend women 3 times, very popular content creators. I want to see if I will be able to get a different glimpse from the women's side if I use my skills to debate someone who's typically like me, who has a lot of who suggests that women are flawed here, and here. Well, I'm going to be defending women. I'm going to use my skill set to defend women, and I want to see if I press my skill set hard enough, can I poke holes inside of the things that we typically say regarding the failures of women. I want to see, and I'm going to do it from a very unbiased point. I'm going to do it like I'm a woman. I'm going to try to give them the heaviest levels of pushback, using stats, historical data, all of it. Because I want to see, are we as men missing anything? How legitimate are our gripes and qualms? Is there anything that's keeping us from seeing something that would otherwise make us empathize with women? Right? I'm going to be honest with you. I know the answer, but I do believe it will still be an opportunity to see a different perspective, especially once I get to watch these things. What do they call it? In playback. I'm about what's right and wrong. I'm not about proving that I'm right. That's what I want. Yeah. Frankie Mac definitely in the building. And listen, the reason that you hear me talking about this is because I want the most concise and precise information laid out in front of me, the whole truth and nothing but the truth of what we can see, so we can start putting work together on it. Hey, D Pizzle, I know. That's what I said. That's what I said. Like, I'm sure that there's going to be some small things that I can see, but we just know what we know, right? But I'm going to definitely go into it with an impartial mind. The same way you see me go hard at some of the smartest women who come up here trying to substantiate points, I'm going to go at a couple of these men. I have to make sure that this thing is locked in for sure. I'm pretty sure two of them are a green light, but I want to make sure that women get to see, even when applying heavy levels of logic, historical data, and facts, and heavy pressure. I know how to apply pressure. A lot of people know that by now. Even when doing all of this in defense of women, it will be hard to come to a place, a conclusion, where there's not a significant amount of damage being done by women. See, I think people don't understand this. We wouldn't have a big problem with it if the things that women did, it only affected them, but it doesn't. It affects society. I'm not talking about when they say, oh, you'll see the effects of it in X amount of years. No, it affects us like every day. As colored people, as black people, our image gets tainted. People look at us a certain way because they see the things that African American women are doing on social media. So then they look at us like we are connected to them, which we are. We miss out on job opportunities. We miss out on career opportunities and things like that because our brand, our image is getting tainted so badly that, people don't want to be prejudiced, but due to what they're seeing our women do on social media, they kind of have to lump us all in the same bowl and prefer not to take that chance. I know that's what I would do. It's what I would do. One of the first things that I do when I take myself to a place where it's time to get remotivated and start achieving substantial feats, I get in a place where I start working out again, right? At a lower, respectable pace. Because when you're in a zone like this, when you're in tune to this degree of focus, where the things that are distracting other people in the world are not distracting you, where you have protected yourself from all of the influences and distractions that are keeping other people from being successful, you start leveling up in areas of your life where most people want to be leveled up at, but don't have it in them to start step number one. You'll start to resemble a different person. You'll start to resemble a person who's elite from those regular people. And it is what it is. What the heck? It is what it is. That's just what it will. That's just what it will. Yeah. Right. Practice in martial arts. Yeah. When you take yourself to a special place, it elevates you and enhances you in multiple different areas. Why is it that we're okay being mediocre? What the hell is up with that? You don't know, you can't do anything. Listen, majority of you are not business owners. It's just too hard. It's too hard. But my thing is this, you don't have to be mediocre. You don't have to be mediocre. A lot of you aren't achieving or getting past what you need to get past because you won't even execute step number one. However, when I do this, however long this time is, be it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months, all of these skill sets of yours that have been enhanced by usage and exercising them this time that you've been doing this, while everyone else has been being distracted and influenced by other things, it will have you stronger than the average person in these areas, and it will show up. It will be very visible. You'll be quickened in certain areas that most people are average in because you sit back and you eliminated distractions out of your life and you focus. You really did some work. You will see it in your body. You will see it in your mind. I swear to you, I come from the streets. People will tell you, there's people on here right now. I disappear from my closest family members for like a year at a time. I'll send them an email and I'll let them know, I'm going off the radar again. That usually means I've embarked up on a new project that's going to take substantial amount of time, and I'm trying to cut the time in half. If they say it's going to take a year, then I'm trying to cut the time down to 6 months by eliminating all distractions, by getting myself to a place where I can focus solely on that thing, right? And more often than not, it chops the time in half. You'd be surprised how much time distractions are taking up out of your life. You'd be surprised. Have you ever got on Instagram to maybe check your inbox and things like that, but when you got on there, a little thing came down, an ad came down, and you was like, that's interesting. You clicked on it, and before you know, you've been on Instagram for 25 minutes, haven't even checked that in DM that you initially went to check, and then you've gotten off of Instagram forgetting that you initially went in there to check that DM. It's that bad. It's taking place all throughout your life. It's taking place all throughout your life. I have literally sent emails to my mother, to my brother. I'm talking about people I talk to for like 2 hours a day on the phone. And they know when they get that text message from me, I'm going off of the grid. They know that they're likely to hear from me in 3 months, 6 months, or a year. I'm telling you, this is real. Legitimately. Because the type of whirlwind focus that I get into when I remove distractions from me, it's a high. Listen, and I listen to only thing that I do is I listen to audiobooks consistently. The key to all of this, though, is wanting that lifestyle so bad that you're willing to go through extremes to become the caliber of individual who can pull off what is required to experience those other levels. Levels are levels, but you have to become the caliber of individual who can conquer those levels. Money exists already. How you get large amounts of money, you turn yourself into the caliber of individual who can achieve those amounts of money. There's an individual who can request large amounts of money from the universe. You just have to turn into that individual. That individual, he or she has traits, specific characteristics. That individual usually doesn't drink. This is what we've heard about this legend, right? This spirit that we can summon if we tap into it. It doesn't drink. It doesn't go to a lot of clubs. Or it doesn't go to clubs during these times of focus. It's not into women or men. That thing really just focus. You have to turn yourself into the caliber of individual who can summon this type of power from the universe. The universe doesn't often allow just anybody to request big things of it. It doesn't. If it did, everybody be rich, right? Instead of the top 25, 30%. That's just what that is. Listen. Adam said you got to work hard at your skills like an NBA practices his game. Listen, a lot of you think that NBA and boxers, you look at it like that person's talented. That person works hard to the tune where Floyd Mayweather has combinations memorized to where when you throw a punch in this direction, his body already knows to do this, and it's muscle memory. And he got that by doing the Michael Jordan. They said Michael Jordan shot over 1,000 free throws a day. It's like you guys think that you don't have to do anything. And that's nuts. That's nuts. You definitely have to make moves. You have to make moves in your romantic life. None of you are going to just be given a good relationship. You're going to have to be deserving of a relationship in order for the universe to qualify you for it. You can't wait till you have 3 children by 3 different men, picked up weight, and you're already average looking. You won't admit it, but you have an attitude. You can't wait till then to go to the Amazon Amazing Man store looking for your husband. Shout out to my bro Biggs over here in this situation. Listen, they practice so much it becomes automatic. That's a fact. But you guys, listen, what we hear from you guys, you just want the greatest and most valuable gifts for nothing because you're a woman. And the world sees that it's not working for you. That recipe is not working for you guys. It's not working. So I got to ask the women, what does it take for you guys to acknowledge maybe the late, great Kevin Samuels was right? Maybe Stacey Prince makes some good points. Because what you're doing isn't working. It really trips us out that we watch you guys stay on this hamster wheel for years. Years. It's crazy to us. It's definitely crazy to us because we're logical creatures. We are logical creatures, so we can't understand how you guys don't eventually catch on like, oh, I've been doing the same thing for about 10, 15 years. You're not willing to go to the extremes that are required to summon the lifestyle that you want from the universe. You can look around and you can see how hungry people are for success. Because the people who are really hungry for it, there's already rumors that that person is one of those people. One of those people that other people talk in terms of success about, people that they know are successful. Those conversations that come up where only certain people's names rise to the top. It's the people who everyone knows are certified hustlers. The ones who will leave a fun barbecue just to sell a 20 bag of tree. The one who has the money but doesn't partake in the things that are fun if you spend just a little bit of money. This thing is not hard, people. And the people that we're talking about are not hidden to the world. Everyone knows who they are because you talk about them whenever conversations of the big boys and the big dogs come up. Whenever the conversations of so-and-so doesn't play about his or her money come up. This is what I'm telling you guys. How badly you want that life that you tell everybody you want is visible to everybody who can see you. How badly you want it is visible to everybody who can see you. None of it was about have already done things. Yeah, something's wrong.